following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Virtuosos podcast. I'm your host, Jules Houston. Alongside of me is Damon and Damien, as usual. Before we get started, rest in peace to Damien Legend.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson passed away today from prostate cancer.
He got the funniest TV segment ever.
Yeah. O.J. Simpson is a staple for us, growing up, because we always heard that he killed somebody,
Yeah,
or
literally.
accused
I mean,
of
it's
killing
not had nothing to do
somebody.
with what he did on the football
I
field.
never even know he was a football player until I think 2010 or 11.
Yo, I swear to God.
I was like, who is O.J. Simpson? It's like, he played for the Bills. I play for the Bills. I'm like,
I thought he was just a murderer that got away.
I thought he was just a famous murderer. But
he was both.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, back-to-back weeks we had to lead off with unfortunate news, but it is pretty sad. Obviously, he did live a long life. I mean, 76 years
76
old.
is nothing.
Yeah, 76
nothing
is
to joke around about.
very, very, very good nowadays.
I know Skylar really going through it right now, so keep your head up, man.
Yeah, keep your head up, Skylar.
We're gonna make it through it.
We gonna make sure you're all right. But it's been a while since we talked about NBA. We did a couple NBA segments. I want to say we tiered some teams. We did the awards, the playing stuff.
Yeah, I think we mixed it up pretty well. Like we
Yeah.
did the middle of the season, or we did preseason.
Yeah.
Like kind of beginning of it. Then we did the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Now it's perfect time to hop back into it.
Yeah. So as of now, we're gonna just, I guess, glance through the awards. If I do remember, I don't remember any of us being on Jokic to win his third.
Yeah.
I do not believe he should be winning his third. I'll let you get into it, Damon. I know you were on Steph Curry, and obviously their season fell apart pretty early.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about? Do you feel that Jokic? He's an overwhelming favorite. There's no way he's losing. It's minus 5,000. So if you bet 5,000, you'd win $100. So how do you feel about the MVP voting? And do you think they're making a mistake here?
Well, I think he should have won it last year,
Yeah.
and he didn't. So I feel like they fuck it. He just won a championship. We can't make this mistake again, because he would have had one of the greatest seasons of all time. He would have won MVP, then Finals MVP,
Yeah.
and then they lost 1 or 2 games in the playoffs.
Did they lost? I think they ended up losing 4 because I'm pretty sure
They lost 1 to the Timberwolves and 1 to the.
They lost. No, you're
And
right.
1 to the Heat.
They might have only lost 3.
I think they went 16 and 2. So yeah, that was one of the greatest
They
seasons
swept
of
the
all time.
Lakers. They swept the Lakers.
Yeah, pack them niggas up. But yeah, man. They're probably gonna give it to him this year. I think the other candidates is Luka and Shea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Shea lost that shit as soon as he started getting hurt.
Yeah,
he
Shea
started
got
getting
hurt.
hurt.
He missed
weeks ago.
8 games in a row, and it was a wrap after that.
shit's crazy, man. But yeah, Jokic. I'm gonna go out here and just say Jokic gonna win MVP. I don't even want to say his voters fatigue. I think Embiid this year would have definitely made it interesting, but he got hurt. The 65 game thing changes a lot for a lot of players, and Jokic is always going to play, so he's probably going to be top 3 MVP voting for the next 5-10 years.
That's what it is. I feel like the availability of him. He's never hurt. He plays a very, very safe style of basketball, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. If you want to make a lot of money, you want to have a lot of accolades, you can't go out there and be bumping off everybody. And you know what I'm saying? He's one of the bigger guys. He's probably one of the, I guess, bigger guys in terms of mass. He's you rarely ever see Jokic get hurt. You don't see him roll an ankle. You don't see him,
which is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Shaking off his, you know what I'm saying?
I deadass have never seen the Nuggets without him.
But without some injury shit. Yeah,
he's always on the court.
So
It's so crazy you even bring that up, because Embiid, I watched Embiid the other night, damn near almost get hurt again.
Yeah, because
wow.
He was going for a ball out of bounds, and his surgically repaired left knee, where he still did not plant his foot, was that shit was shaking. I was like, yeah, you're about to hurt yourself again.
He be wild,
and they played him 40. They played him 42 minutes against the Pistons.
and that's my thing. It's because Jokic doesn't. like not play a lot of minutes.
No, that's what I'm saying. He also
be in the
plays
40s.
damn
He'd
near
be in the
the
40s
yeah.
too. It's like if you tone it down maybe 15, 20% through that middle of the season, have your good games like against the Lakers, against the Timberwolves. Like you say, like against Timberwolves, they locked up the 1 seed essentially. Like they control their own destiny. When you do stuff like that, it's like, well, you're going to be playing a long time because it's like I'm not going 110% just
The
to win
entire
MVP.
season,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
to get
Embiid was at 110% game 25. That's not he was just never going to win MVP. Like as soon as
Right.
he was hurt the first time, like he's probably losing MVP. Unfortunately, but it is how it is. Now.
I will say this: ever since that quadruple overtime or like triple overtime game against the Blazers, that nigga Jokic been in perfect shape.
I swear that's the last time I've ever seen him out of shape. And even then, I'm like he still played an hour.
You know what I'm saying? That put him in shape. So it's like because he was
You'd
like
be in shape too if you had to put run cardio for an hour.
in a playoff game too. Like
Going back and forth to
damn.
CJ McCollum, like that shit.
Like, I would never be out of shape again in that moment.
Oh me, but Damian, SGA fan, Thunder fan.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think we both were on SGA to be
Yeah.
MVP. It was looking good for a while.
I genuinely thought he had it until the injury. I think him missing those games, like even though obviously he still was going to make the 65 game cut, just missing those games and then the Thunder kind of go on a skid.
Yeah, very.
You know,
tough.
like because we did lose like 3 or 4 in a row after that. It's kind of just tough to make up for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, finishing third still no like small thing or anything like that, and it's good. I would rather him miss those games and be healthy for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Than force him to play through whatever he was going. You know, I think it was like something with like a hamstring or something, and it's whatever, man. Like I mean, the Thunder are gonna probably end up finishing as the 3 seed the way it's looking right now.
Yeah. And who would you guys be playing? I want to say.
I think it's the Pelicans. Yeah, the 6th seed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Last time I talked about the Pelicans, here we lost like 4 straight. So I ain't got nothing to say about that.
I literally said like
listen,
they're as healthy as they ever been.
I know a lot of people were like mad because they were like, "Oh, the Thunder should be trying to lose," because we were the 1 seed like literally like 2 days ago. You know, they should be trying to lose to get to the 2nd or 3rd seed, so they don't got to play whoever. And I'm like the Suns or the Pelicans. Like, really? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'd rather play the damn Lakers than the Suns or Pelicans.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, bro, what are you talking about? I was like, I would much rather that matchup than whatever you guys were hoping for. Like, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would rather play whoever we get in the first round than have that home court advantage in the second round. Yeah. If we finish, top 2nd or 3rd seed.
Rookie of the year is Victor Wembanyama. Really not gonna talk about that too much.
Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about.
It
was close the first like 18 games.
All right, let me ask you a question, man. All right, I know you're a Thunder fan.
That's all.
But everybody say that if Victor wasn't here, Chet would have just ran away Rookie of the Year. Is Brandon Miller not hooping? Like,
and it's
Brandon
crazy.
Miller
I was gonna say like the only thing I would say about Rookie of the Year is that Brandon Miller made me a believer because I was never a believer in Brandon Miller ever, and like ever the last 10 maybe 15 games been hooping.
The only thing that sucks about awards is that I do feel like they're so team oriented.
Yeah.
I feel like Miller wouldn't have got it just because the Hornets are worse than they even were last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like even though like Brandon Miller has had a very good rookie year, I've won some money on him, so shout out him. Chet probably would have ran away with it just because the rest of the rookie class hasn't lived. Scoop is not anything, and the rest of the rookie class really hasn't lived up to that. You know.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's Victor, Chet, Brandon Miller.
Jaime Jaquez is up there. I don't know what happened.
And then Scoot is 5th. And Scoot has been playing a little bit better. He still has a turnover problem. He still has like an efficiency in general problem. He's a rookie though, so I don't expect anything.
That's something that can be fixed.
But when Jaime Jaquez is like your 4th, it's like, all right, we're kind of falling off a little bit. Like we have a very top heavy draft class.
That first month when they had Asar up there and Jordan Hawkins, I thought it was going to be a crazy rookie race.
Yeah,
I swear I thought it was too because Asar was playing very, very good. And I feel like it's just funny because when I think it was Gilbert Arenas was saying like he doesn't think Oscar's like a long time player in the league because he can't shoot, and he shot decently in G League. Like he wasn't no sharpshooter or nothing, but he did shoot decently in the G League. And it's like, so after he said that, I think the Pistons just like stopped playing him. Like they stopped playing for like 15 games. Like he was like playing like 12 minutes or less, I think, for like 15 games.
It's just so weird for a team.
And it's like
that's
just
as
so
bad as
like
they are.
the timing of that was just so random. I was like, he's playing good enough to be at least a rotational player for the Pistons of all time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not like you're like some team with like a deep roster.
Yeah, that was kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, if we really listening to fucking Gilbert Arenas about who's gonna play on our team or whatnot, and it's the fucking like, bro, we're talking about the Pistons here. Like we ain't talking about no championship team that needs him to play 35 minutes as a top 5 pick in the NBA draft. Like no, like this is the Pistons we're talking about.
Right.
But we already knew Wembanyama was gonna run away with it in the beginning. Like realistically, like I had no no kind of connotation that he wouldn't, just because I thought, well, he's a great defender. He can score at a high clip. And the moment that they took Zach Collins out of the lineup, which was never a good idea, I thought it was always stupid from the start, and have him actually just play center, like, now he's averaging those rebounds, is like, it was going to be no doubt in my mind that obviously Victor would win. And a lot of people obviously didn't think that Victor would lose besides injury.
Right.
So, really not too much to say about that, but I guess we could talk about Defensive Player of the Year since we're on the Victor Wembanyama.
I think it should go to Wemby.
And also we were saying this last night on 2K. It's like, if we're gonna give
2K without me.
Ain't miss nothing, man.
I wish you were there, man. But if we are gonna give Victor Wembanyama the credit, like, this is Defensive Player of the Year, and this is where you talk about this team oriented shit. If we're gonna give a Defensive Player of the Year, we have to be realistic. First of all, Anthony Davis should have at least 3. There's no realm or reality that Anthony Davis is going to retire most likely with 0 Defensive Player of the Year. That sounds just crazy to me.
Right.
He's always been a great defender, perimeter-wise for a big man, and especially in the post. Talking about guys like Bam Adebayo, always getting snubbed. He's never even got, I think, a top 2.
I thought Bam was going to get it last year.
Like, it's crazy to think about. And now we're on this Rudy Gobert thing where it's like, I get it. The Timberwolves are a really good defensive team, but let's not forget they have a lot of other good defensive players. Like, Anthony Edwards is a serviceable defender, and now as he's taking care of the ball, I guess, a little bit more. It's like, I mean, he got kind of dropped in defensive production, but you still got McDaniels. I'm pretty sure Conley is still playing good defense. It's like, you got plenty of good defenders.
Yeah, like it's not like Gobert's just
it's not Gobert just down there blocking shots because he does not
because
lead the league in blocks. He's not
realistically, Wemby is like the Spurs' entire defense,
and he plays he can rotate on anybody. I mean, he literally switches on anybody.
Well, it's just like when you're that tall and you got that kind of wingspan, like, it really doesn't matter who you're on, because even if somebody blows by you, you could probably catch up with just your stride alone.
I said this last night, and I know Gobert is his rim protector. He got the name, but I've never
chicken outside the paint.
I've never thought he was a better defensive player than Anthony Davis. But if him and Victor, when I say quote unquote doing the same thing, they're blocking all these shots. How is Victor not the defensive player of the year instead of Rudy Gobert?
That's like he has more blocks, more steals, more. He's a better defensive
Victor has
rating.
more blocks this season than Rudy Gobert in the last 2 years. Like, if Victor's not getting it because of team success or because he's a rookie, it's bullshit. Like, you're just giving it to Rudy because he has a fucking history and his team's winning and they playing defense.
That's literally that's exactly what I was trying to say. Is like there's really no argument to not give it to Wemby.
Yep.
At that point, if you're really looking at it like that, like, what are you gonna do? Count rebounds? I'm not gonna lie, Marc Gasol won it that 1 year because of rebounds.
Yeah, so I'm saying defensive rebounds, but looking at this is the opening season odds. It was Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Bam, then Victor at 6. Rudy Gobert was plus 2,000 to open the season. So, I mean, nobody expected him to win it because they knew that the last couple of years he was food. Yeah. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he was getting killed by centers, but nobody feared Rudy Gobert. They never have feared Rudy Gobert ever. And it's like even guys like Joel Embiid. It's like I've seen Joel Embiid play way better defense than Rudy Gobert. I've seen Nicholas Claxton protect the rim better than Rudy Gobert. It's like he's not the best rim protector. He's not the best defensive rebounder. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things he's not the best at. And it's like, how the fuck is he defensive player of the year? He's secondary to a lot of guys.
I think Demontis makes a good point. It is just between that team success and that history.
Yeah.
Okay, you've had one before, and
that 3-on-1, that 3-on-1 fast break the Grizzlies had, niggas is going up with the layup on Rudy Gobert, man.
They don't go. That's the most comp 3-on-1 fast break. That's Rudy Gobert. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, man.
His feet all over the place. He's shuffling and shit. I mean, I like Rudy Gobert. I've always been a fan of Rudy Gobert as a defender, but I do not think he's the defensive player of the year for no reason. He shouldn't just be that because of team success. But this is what awards have become in all sports, realistically.
For sure.
We could talk about sixth man of the year. If I recall, none of us mentioned Malik Monk. I do not.
I'm almost positive that I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I did.
You might have.
Cause I was pretty big on Malik Monk.
I think I said.
I think you said
Norman Powell.
Yeah, you said.
Yes,
Powell.
I know you said Norman Powell.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who I was on. I can't remember. I probably did IQ again because I was assuming
Malik Monk getting hurt sucks.
But he is still the favorite though.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he still is.
I thought Nas Reed would have been the favorite.
I think Nas Reed is still close. He can still take it.
Ain't Nas Reed? I thought they did the 65 games you got to come off the bench because he started with Cat was up, right? Or am I tweaking?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did. I think he did. If he didn't start either way, like I think he would have.
He might be the best meme in
missed the cut if that's the case. If it is 65 games off the bench,
He might
and
be
I
the
think
best
that's why
meme in
Norman
basketball.
Powell couldn't have won it. I think that's what you were talking about. Like he does start a good handful of games, not even a lot of games because Kawhi was going to be out because Paul George would be out, and it's like that's not his fault. But Naz Reid is a very very good six man, and I do think he deserves recognition and more respect. But Malik
Because like, how
Monk-
was that really his fault though that Cat got hurt?
Yeah, it's like he just has to.
Like he was a bench player pretty much
Into
all
that.
year, and then what? Cat gets hurt and he gets stuck in the starting lineup, and now he can't win it.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, but 6 man year is like so like
It's kind
wishy
of
washy. Like
yeah.
it changes so crazy over the years. But like realistically, the only two guys that can win it is Malik Monk or Naz Reid. Next up is Bobby Portis, and I don't think Bobby Portis is touching that award. I mean,
Bobby
Norman
Portis had a
Powell's
crazy heater against the who was I remember texting about it in the group chat, man.
who the fuck was it against the Mavericks or some shit?
Yeah, I was like,
It was like a Sunday. I know that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I might need to become Bobby Portis. Yeah,
he was bugging though.
bro. He had like 19 in the first quarter. I was like, who am I watching right now?
Yeah, but I mean Malik Monk, he deserves some recognition, obviously, just based off the fact that the Kings are high power offense, and they turned him into a really good facilitator. Like it wasn't that he just doesn't just score at a high clip. He I think he averages like 5.5 assists or something.
Which
like
is
that.
crazy for
Which is
somebody like
crazy.
Malik Monk.
Yeah, it comes off the bench, and you playing with De'Aaron Fox. It's like that's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, and you play with Sabonis, who has the ball a lot. So it's like
constantly at the ball in his hand.
yeah, to have that much production off the bench from one guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he was my favorite, but I think I had him in the mention.
I'm pretty sure you might even have it as a long shot because he was a long shot. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Because I know I do remember mentioning him in our awards episode about that.
Most improved player. I'm pretty sure the favorite is still Maxey. I don't think that's
I think
changed.
as long as Maxey plays 65 games.
I know
he scored 52 the other night. I think.
Yeah, he tell you
I
guys
think
that.
he did and locked it up with that.
I mean, I know beforehand I had Giddey, which Giddey obviously didn't start playing good until now. So
Yeah.
it's quiet for that. The only other person I could see that would even challenge Maxey would be Kobe White.
Yeah, Kobe White is second. Kobe White makes more sense.
I mean, if we're talking about I don't ever thought Maxey was ever bad to begin
I think
with.
it's Maxey's regular season stats. Like he always expanded his game in the playoffs. So
Right.
he averaged like 22 in the playoffs and averaged like 16 in the regular season.
Yeah.
So now he's averaging like 25 in the regular season. So I mean, I see why. I mean, after John Morant won it, like the Warriors,
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Warriors whatever to me now, man.
Yeah.
It's like you
Yeah.
gave a number 2 pick on his 3rd season, most improved.
Like you were the number 2 pick for the
So
league.
you would you improve from?
Like, that's what I'm saying. And he won Rookie of the Year, so it's like 3-year span winning Rookie of the Year, most improved player is crazy. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. Yeah, like I said, Maxey, Kobe White, Denny from the Wizards.
Would they put in
Honorable
what's his
mention.
name from the Knicks? DiVincenzo?
DiVincenzo, no.
No.
That
feel like that-
did shock me. As I said, based off the award name, it's like guys like Kuminga should be up there. Guys like DiVincenzo should be up there more. Nothing against Tyrese Maxey. He should get recognized for something, but I think he's going to be in the third. He might be all NBA third. He has a chance
Right.
to be on that by playing as many games.
That's
he
all-
did.
that's-
It's
it's kinda like
how
the-
the fuck are you? Like you weren't bad ever. Like you were never
That's
bad.
what
You
I
played
was.
that-
That's what I was trying to
His
say.
only
is,
thing
like-
is that he played next to Harden. That was
Yeah.
the only thing holding him back.
That's
I've always said that.
that's exactly how I was looking at it. I was like, bro, I was like, Maxey was never like a shit player. Like,
Yeah, it's like-
it's not his fault that he had to play next to James Harden. Like that's not
He
improving.
went from good to very good. Like, what the fuck are we? Like, we have to like Laurie Markkinen made sense because he was like written out of the league, but like
That shit was
he,
damn near.
he was
like,
gonna be
that
a
was out of
journeyman.
nowhere.
Yeah, he was
Like,
gonna be a
Yeah,
journeyman.
but I was saying nobody thought he was going to be anything crazy when he was on the Bulls.
Same thing with like Julius Randle. It's like he couldn't like there was a chance that he was never gonna find a consistent home, and now he has been on the Knicks for it's his longest tenure team.
Yeah.
And even going back to like Brandon Ingram, like there was a good chance that like, oh man, he might be a bust. He turns up out in 2020 and just takes lead by a storm.
I'll never
He's a
forget-
former number 2 pick, but a lot of people were writing him off.
That's why I'll
Nobody
never
wrote
forget-
off John Morant.
I'll
That's
never
what I don't
forget
get
that year with Brandon Ingram. Niggas was talking about Devontae Graham should win that shit, man. Shout out Devontae Graham. Like, he did go from averaging like 4 points to 18. But another thing that I do factor in most improved player is your minutes. If your minutes go up, your production gonna go up.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram stayed at the same minutes, and like I think it was like historically have one of the best like efficiency jumps ever. Like, you know what I mean? So shout out Brandon Ingram, man. That's what I had to say.
Yeah.
Man. Come back. Hurry up.
Most
Fucking
improved is
man.
definitely a weird award in general because like it's always going to be a crazy long shot. I'm pretty sure people weren't really looking at Max.
Like,
yeah,
that's
he's
what I'm
gonna
saying.
do
Now
it.
we're looking at players like, oh, okay, he's gonna break out next year. He gonna win most improved. The motherfucker's averaging 18 right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just shit like that. Like,
Did any of us have the Celtics head coach win Coach of the Year?
None of us did. Is he the favorite right now?
He has to be. They're sick. They got 62
I don't
wins.
think he is because they didn't improve much. I think
Really?
they were first seed to first seed. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
it's true. So
I'm pretty
well,
sure.
then I
I'm pretty sure.
wonder
I'm pretty
who
sure the
Magic
Thunder's
coach.
coach is the.
I would say the Thunder or the Timberwolves, right? I mean, the Magic coach isn't bad because they're the fifth.
Yeah,
seed.
he's third. I think. Yeah, it's Dagnall, whatever.
Yeah.
Finch and then Mosley.
Okay.
Those were our guys. We were. On
I didn't know
Dagnall.
that. Yeah, I think we
you were
both
on
did
Mosley.
Dagnall. Yeah.
and DeMar was on Mosley, and that's. I mean, those all made sense because of out of the playoffs, into the playoffs, and that's how we were looking at it.
I didn't know
I
they were
think
dragging
I think
for the
Finch
Celtics.
did. I think he did enough to win it. It can always change, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He's still got a few more games in the season. He might end up taking that first seed. He might get that award. But guy like what's his name? Nuggets coach.
Mike Malone.
Yeah. I was gonna say Mike
forgot
Moses. Mike Malone, he's not even listed
Moses
because he won it last year. It's like,
Right.
what can you really improve?
Nah, they
off
was
of?
calling old boy from NC State Moses Cuh.
Oh yeah.
Moses.
Moses from the streets. No VC on the account.
Dude, Pete, power forward, Chris Move build, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we were both on Dagnall though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets passed by Chris Finch. Missoula, I was obviously like they have the best record. He should be considered for based off best record.
But your argument makes
seed,
sense though. Yeah,
It's like
you were already the first seed last year. What did you really?
Yeah. At this point, they daring you to win a ring. Like,
Yeah,
win a ring.
basically.
And I think they added ain't Clutch Player of the Year. This is the first year.
Second year.
Second year.
Fox won it last year.
Oh yeah, Fox did win it. Okay, so
I probably would just give that to Shea, to be honest.
I think Curry was the favorite last time. I think.
Lame.
I mean, that's what I remember.
Give SGA something.
I thought even Dame was gonna be up there. Not like just based off all the clutch shots they swore he hit this year. But I guess no. I guess it's not Curry. Curry was the favorite. I think it's DeRozan now.
Yeah, take that award off the slate.
DeRozan is what is his odds? I'm trying to see it. It's saying DeRozan and Curry. Following DeRozan was Board's.
What is going on?
Yeah, Curry went from -210 to +135 one random day.
Damn, that's the
And,
over
you know,
30 award.
He was
like,
passed
you
by
know what I'm
No,
DeMar
literally
DeRozan.
though,
like-
because SGA has literally hit like 7 game winners this year.
Okay, so Curry is the favorite. Still, he's at -150. DeRozan +110, and Shea is at +2900.
They gotta get that shit
And
to
Lillard
Shea,
is at
man.
+10,000.
That's a crazy
They were gassing
criteria.
Lillard saying he was making stuff.
Like, what did DeMar Rosen clutch up though?
I'm not sure. I would have
Like
to,
Curry, I could understand.
I would have to ask some Thunder fans. About that, 'cause
Nah,
I'm
DeMar,
not the
DeMar
Bulls
Rose got some
fan.
clutch ass moments, but like they not close. Them motherfuckers got like 30 and 40, like 30 wins and shit. Like
Yeah,
they
like,
got
I'm-
50 wins. He closes something out,
Yeah, it's
some
like-
type of game.
it's a bigger, I guess, implication.
Like,
if
I
he
don't know
goes
what the
up.
criteria is. 'Cause I know De'Aaron Fox last year, he was fucking coming out hitting game winners every week. He just was closing games out.
Yeah, I think he had the best, like he had the best
fourth
fourth quarter
points or some
stats.
shit,
Like that's
yeah.
what it was, and it's like crazy because like Chris Paul had the best fourth quarter stats for like almost half his career, and like they can bring him to work way late.
Putting up 11 and 8 in the fourth quarter.
I think that's about it though. Let's want to talk about. I mean, yeah, that might be it.
Because after that, I mean, you just start thinking about like first team.
Yeah,
and,
the first team and whatnot. We don't want to touch on that.
Yeah, that's it's a little too
much.
open ended.
I do remember us being on the over for the Thunder wins.
Yeah, I won money off that.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy hit.
I bet their season wins was at like 47.5, and I bet them to win 50+
But
games.
we were also very low on the Nuggets this year. Now, that comes from
Yo, don't clip that. Yo,
obviously them losing Bruce Brown. He said like you're losing a lot of players, and it wasn't like we gonna think like they don't think they're gonna be bad. We don't think they're gonna be horrible.
yeah, we just thought they would regress a little bit.
They regressed a little bit, but they still are in the driver's seat to take the first seed, host the majority of the playoffs up until if they did play the Celtics. They are better than everybody else besides the Celtics right now. Looking at it though, they really didn't regress at all.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, honestly. I didn't think they'd be able to make up for that production, but
It's just that they're just a really good home team, man. That's what that like. It's like the odds of them losing a lot at home is just so fucking low. and they're one of the best home teams in the league, if not the best. I want to. No, the Celtics.
No, so the Celtics
35-3.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Celtics didn't lose their first game at home until like 20-something games in.
That's ridiculous.
I think their first road loss was to the Nuggets. If I'm not mistaken.
It might have been. That's actually ridiculous.
I think it was like 101 to 100. I remember watching the game at work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. 33-8 is crazy, but 35-3 is like you're gonna have to do.
that means they still got 3 home games left.
Yeah,
Celtics.
you gotta do some crazy work to beat the Suns this year. But they close their season out at home, all home games. I guess that's about all for the awards. I mean, the favorites are pretty hefty favorites. Nobody is really touching any of like the MVP. Besides this clutch player of the year, the closest odds I've seen was Curry -150 and DeRozan +110. I mean, I don't think anybody's putting too much stock in a clutch player of the year, but if they want to add some prestige to it, they'll give it to Curry. I guess if that's the case. If they want,
If they want to add some aura to it, they give it to SGA.
If they want to add some aura to it, they get everything to SGA. That's our opinion, though. But we do want to talk about mainly the playoff picture. Now, looking at it from the East point of view, some teams just clinched. Like the Knicks just clinched 2 days ago, I think, or if not a day ago. Like, which is pretty crazy to think about. They're a 3rd seed. In the West, you got a lot of teams that have already clinched. They're all basically everybody just playing for playing spots right now. Like 6 through 10 is like playing spots. I'll let you start, Dame. As a Thunder fan, seeing that you're a 3 seed, you think pushing for potentially either the Suns or Kings, or
I don't want to be
Lakers
that.
or
I don't want to be
Warriors,
that guy. But I do think right now the matchup is better for us if we play the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the Pelicans are a bad team by any means, but we did win the season series. I kind of feel like we just match up better with them right now than we would against, like, I mean, the Suns have underwhelmed with considering the star power they have, but I still don't want to play Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, like the Kings, I'm not as scared of. Like, I mean, they're still a high-powered offense. We don't really have anybody to match up with Sabonis. Like I'm not watching Chet guard bonus all game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm down to watch Big Bonus try out for 25, 12, and 10 and lose by 11.
The last 40 games.
Yeah, like I'm not.
I don't know the
Like,
last game
They
he
might be
didn't have a
20 and
double-double.
20.
like, I don't want to watch that shit.
be
Like,
20,
but
20.
that's why I feel like right now, like it matchup wise, I would rather take the Pelicans in the first round than try to push up and play the Kings or the Suns.
Yeah. So for you, Demond, you're on the other side of that. He saying that he preferred that matchup. I don't think you guys could touch the 5th seed based off.
The Clippers and Mavericks
Are locked in, yeah. So you can only go downward. Do you prefer the Timberwolves or do you prefer?
I prefer to make the
Thunder?
playoffs, man. To be honest, I mean, we never
I
want to
feel
see
you
that
on
one
that.
point. We didn't make it, but you know, what I mean, not to jinx us because I swear every time we talk about these niggas, bro, some shit happen. I've been saying this all year. I don't give a fuck who we play. I just want to see my team healthy in the playoffs. But if we had to not play somebody, it'd be the Nuggets. Anybody else, I'm cool. I'm confident against. I think we match well against any other team. It's just the Denver Nuggets. Like Jokic is gonna give us 60. And motherfucker Jonas Valanciunas not gonna have a job. Larry Nance not gonna have a job. So anybody but the Nuggets, I'll take in the first round. To be honest. Let me think. I'm thinking the Timberwolves. We could probably play more guys because Rudy Gobert. Yeah, I mean, Jonas Valanciunas plays like 12 minutes a game. Like he can go against Rudy Gobert. You know what I mean? The Thunder. I don't want to use the playoff experience excuse, but you know, both Willie Green and your coach.
Mark
Daigneault.
Coach, how long has your coach been in the league? Like
2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, it said maybe 3 years.
that's more favorable in terms of like adjustments and stuff like that, coaching wise. You know, they don't have much playoff experience coaching and stuff like that. So again, that anything but the Nuggets, to be honest. And then who I already mentioned the Timberwolves and the Thunder. Clippers is locked in 4th and Mavericks is locked in 5th.
Yeah. Once again, same fucking matchup. We got 3 of the last 4 years.
That's what I'm saying. We sold, man. We was pushing 4th seed, dropped to like 8th.
Luka might do some disgusting things to the Clippers.
Might.
He does it every year.
Might,
crazy,
bro.
man.
Jesus Christ.
But,
I think I ain't gonna. I mean, we'll talk about that later with
that's
all
just-
the matchups and whatnot. Knicks, I said Knicks clinched the other day, but there's like a game difference between the 3rd through 7th seed. Like Knicks have the 3rd seed right now, 47-32. The 76ers are 7th with 45-35. So Even the Heat still could make their way into that 6th seed spot. So it's like, I don't know. East is very, 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 very tough right now. I mean, the Magic had a chance to even get the 2 seed, and they started sounding a little bit, which would have been huge for them. Instead, they might be on the road against the Cavs for the series, which isn't the best place to be at. I mean, the Cavs still have a pretty good fan base. And after last year, I mean, I'm hoping that I'm not hoping. I'm assuming that the Cavs will be a lot better in the playoffs compared to how they looked last year.
I think they need this. There's something about that roster. I'm always trying to year talk about what teams need to do and shit like that. But the two big shit.
We spoke on that before the season.
It's crazy because we were all on Mobley like Stan, but it's like when Mobley was out, Jared Allen played the best basketball he's
That's
ever
what I'm
played.
saying. You keeping Jared Allen because you don't trust Evan Mobley at the 5, but it's like Evan Mobley's that good of a defender. Like you have to put faith in him eventually.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
He's such a liability once anything.
That playoff shit,
anywhere else but defense.
It's tough in the playoffs because you got Garland and Mitchell ball handling, and when you have those two on the court together, you have one.
And they got no
player.
true like wing.
Yeah, one off-ball player.
Like I mean, like they're like I couldn't name.
They really got to put a lot of faith into Max Strus, which is the Heat could do it because, like I said, they had Jimmy Butler who's playing out his mind in the playoffs, and you got to give him a lot of attention.
And also,
like nobody's going crazy.
It's also different when you're playing under Eric Spoelstra. He's gonna always set you up better than I don't even know who the damn Cavs coach is.
They roster is just such like pick and roll. Oh, Max Strus is open in the corners, throw to him. Pick and roll. Like I don't know, man.
Seti Osman, corner 3.
So I'll just give y'all a team because we won't go through every series because no series is really locked up. But actually, we'll talk about the one that is locked up: Clippers and Mavs. Like, who do you think is the biggest X factor in that series? Not named Luka.
What's his name? The center for the Mavs,
Gafford. That's huge for them. Yeah.
Because Gafford has. I mean, I didn't really care for Gafford when he was in Washington.
Uh-huh.
He's insane in Dallas.
He's
like exactly what they needed.
He's very good.
So I think Gafford's the X factor. Like you could easily say like Kyrie or somebody, but I think Gafford. I know the Clippers don't have like a dominant big. Like I mean, Zubac isn't bad, but I just feel like Gafford is just gonna hold it down for them down there.
That was my X factor too. That's why I wanted the Clippers so bad in the first round.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean you got.
Imagine went on a
Kawhi,
heater. Man.
That's what I'm saying. They went crazy. But,
isn't Kawhi hurt right now?
Kawhi's hurt, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because the motherfucker went from a sore knee to a torn meniscus in about 3 hours. So I don't know what's going on with the Clippers.
You never did that before?
I just want to see everybody healthy, man. You know what I mean? So, really X factor to me, like you said, Daniel Gafford, health, and I think for the Clippers side, it's gonna be Westbrook. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. The Clippers is a complete different team Westbrook is playing. Like
they don't play him and they don't play him a lot.
That motherfucker, like I want to say Harden, but we all know Harden's gonna be. You know what I mean,
He gonna do that same thing he do.
Kyrie's gonna put up 30. Luka gonna put up 30. Harden gonna put up 11, 10, and 8, and we gonna say Harden's selling. But he's not gonna keep up with that.
11, 10, 8, and he shot 18 shots.
Yeah.
I mean, so I gotta say X factor for the Clippers is Westbrook off the bench, and then Daniel Gafford. He gotta go crazy against.
But the Clippers just gotta play him more off the bench than what they are giving him though. Like he just does not touch the court like nearly as much as somebody like he. I get he's not like MVP Westbrook anymore, but damn, bro, like.
When Harden's out, that's the only time he fucking plays. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like shit's crazy.
Looking at this, like you mentioned, health is huge for both these teams. Like Kawhi being out, hurt, quote unquote, whatever. But it's like Kyrie has not finished a playoff since
ever.
Like when, bro?
When they won that championship.
He's always hurt or something always has happened to him, and it's like, damn, like you want to see like the Mavericks are finally gelling. This is like the best team he's been on since that 1 year in Boston.
And this is also like his quietest year. I feel like we've heard nothing about Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like it's just straight hoops.
Yeah, he's hooping, but it's just like underneath. I was just like Luka tries to downplay it, but like Luka's the best player on the team by a large margin. So it's like you are the second best player. Like, and it's not like whereas LeBron, it's like you and LeBron go off together. It's like Luka go off for 40, 10, and 10. And you get your normal 24, 26 points.
And isn't it kind of crazy that Kyrie Irving was like what was he? Was he first or second overall?
First.
He's never been like outside of those first couple years been the best player on his team ever.
He's never been the guy.
He's never
led his team to the playoffs ever.
Like that's insane to think about. Like every single time, like this guy was the first overall pick, and like those first couple years, he was great, but the Cavs stunk. And then as soon as they got LeBron back, he's been a second fiddle ever since LeBron.
I mean, you
went
can
back
count
to
them Celtics years, but I think he played.
Really,
2
he
years
only
on the
made
Celtics.
he only made it that one
The
year.
1 year he got hurt. The second year he made it, and they lost.
Yeah, they lost to the Bucks. I'm pretty sure he played like. Remember, he said I won't shoot 4 for 13 again. Then he shot 3 for 14 or something like that.
Yeah,
like he was
like
telling the
brother
truth.
help.
He didn't.
He was
shoot
burning.
that bad
He was
again, but
burning.
shot
He was
worse.
burning sage in the
Yeah,
arena.
Kyrie game is just not fit to be number one option.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
And it's
he
not like,
shouldn't
and it's not like a down talk either. I love Kyrie Irving. It's not like a down.
It's like
it is
he's
just,
the second best player to some of the best players.
But
we've
that's
ever
what I'm
seen.
saying. It's just like
we've ever seen.
that's really more so what I was trying to allude to. It's just like every single time where it's like, damn, Kyrie could be that guy. He gets stuck playing with like a generational talent.
He was playing with Luka and LeBron for
Like,
50% of his
his
career. It's
career.
like, I mean, and then the other side of the coin is like he was going to play with Tatum. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Tatum was going to be better than
That's
him.
what I
Like,
and
he was
that's what I
gonna
was gonna say. I was like, really, no matter what, I was like, yeah, like, he got Tatum when he was only 19.
be- Yeah, he's still only 19.
Yeah, like I mean, like isn't it crazy how some people just don't age?
When you don't age, bad things that you could do. For another team, well, actually, before we move on, it's like another reason why I think the Mavericks are going to do nasty things to the Clippers is because I feel like Paul George already 1 foot out the door. And it's like this is your last big contract you could potentially get. The team has not advanced past the first round, I think, since that Nuggets series that they blew, I want to say.
No, the Suns. They played the Suns in the conference championship. When Chris Paul went off for like 40 in Game 6, Game 7.
Oh yeah. That was
that
that year. Value year.
That was 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, and it was the Suns year when they went crazy. But they don't really make too much of a mark. They remember they beat the Jazz. That was a crazy series too. But ever since then, it's like this team has always been floating around, basically not doing much of anything. And I think like Paul George is 1 foot out the door. And that is as crazy as it sounds. Is like the Clippers literally got nothing out of that Paul George trade.
They lost
They've
everything.
got nothing.
They gave up all those picks and they gave up SGA.
And it's crazy. I would have loved to see SGA and Kawhi play together, like at least a season. But it is what it is.
You will, bro.
You will. You'll see Paul George and SGA maybe.
I'm over Kawhi is clocked out. He don't give a fuck. He not leaving the damn Clippers.
I'm trying to look at these other teams.
I wouldn't leave a team that let me play 60 games either.
I'm saying.
So I guess then we can talk about for the Celtics who the biggest X factor is for the Celtics because they've been falling short time and time again.
Drew Holiday.
They keep failing. You think it's Drew
I'm
Holiday?
gonna say Porzingis because Porzingis.
I was gonna say Porzingis too.
You know,
if
Drew Holiday
he
off the court-
just plays 75% how
what
good he
I'm
can be, yeah, they're fine.
Because
They're down
that's the best big they've had in a long.
Yo, ain't that crazy to think
like
about?
long ass
Don't slander Al Horford.
Don't do damn things like that. Don't do damn things like that.
My fault.
Do not do Luke Cornett like that, bro.
Drew
Cornet defense.
Drew Holiday gonna tee up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to guard Jimmy Butler this year. He ain't got to guard no 6'9" small forward. So I think
He
he'll
might
definitely
have
lock
to,
in.
though.
But
Yeah, I don't know, man. The
There's a
matchups
chance he might.
could get crazy for Drew Holiday.
There's a good chance he might.
But at least
I
they
mean,
got
if the
other
Sixers
players out
win,
there.
and then the Heat beat like the Hawks or some shit or the Bulls, then this Celtics versus the Heat and Bucks versus
they're not gonna
Sixers.
put Drew Holiday on him, man.
They not. I don't think they'll put. I think they'll put
LeBron,
Derek
they
White
fucking-
in with a shadowing
That's what I'm
defender.
saying.
I don't think I don't think the Heat are in a. We obviously keep counting out the Heat, but like, how can we keep counting out the Heat? It's like, dude, it's like the last three years they've always.
Because
Right.
the Heat, what makes me mad about the Heat is that like they'll sneak into the playoffs and then some player you've never heard of a day in your life will have the best playoffs of his life.
And what makes me mad, they just let them go, and they don't replace nobody. They just keep bringing in random ass.
Yeah, and then they do the
guys.
same thing every year.
Yeah.
It's every year that this happens.
I've seen Heat fans complain that they're winning because they want to rebuild. Like they feel like their roster is not good enough to win a championship.
No, that's what I'm
I
saying.
can't
It's
say
like
I blame
after
them,
last
though.
year, I'd have been like, we bring in a star, or we start dealing.
Because like,
Since we could bring in Damian Lillard, we should start dealing.
I thought they were gonna get Lillard, and I thought they were at least gonna get Beal. They missed on both.
Bro, I swore Beal was there.
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
Beal should have been in a Heat since like 2020.
Yeah,
Like,
like, they missed on
Lillard
both.
should have been there since 2020. So it's like it's crazy to think like the Heat cannot pull anybody in. And like being in Florida, being such a large market, having one of the best coaches, like
That's it.
Fuck is
I'll say
going
off that
on?
alone. Like I said, you live in a place with no taxes, a beautiful place at that, and you have a top 3 head coach in the NBA.
And you got a top 3 coach in the NFL. Like I was like, y'all could just
Yeah,
y'all
exactly.
could
Yeah,
bond
think
off
about that.
Y'all could bond
And then you got a
off
top,
that.
and then you got a top 13 quarterback.
You got a top 13 to
He got
16-ish
or-
quarterback. So it's like, you really could bond with like him. And
he got
Jimmy Butler should be
mad
bonding.
aura, so it's like.
Like I never seen Jimmy Butler and Tua like link up. So I think that's a little crazy.
I think that tells you all you need to know.
But one last series I'll talk about, I think is the most exciting matchup, ironically, and they're not even in the playoffs. Lakers versus Warriors. I mean, once again, we get a Lakers versus Warriors playing, but all the superlatives are on both teams. I mean, like, this is LeBron's, 21st season? And
It's crazy.
out of the last 4 years, I think he's been to play in 3 of them.
I will say,
Maybe all of them.
the nigga said there's no point in bringing up the playing. He hated the playing. LeBron would have retired 2
He
years
the
ago.
face of the playing.
This motherfucker is the face of the playing. Like, we looking at, if there's no playing, this motherfucker LeBron would have not made the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm about to look at
damn
playing
near-
I was gonna say he
stats.
he would have made it 3 years in a row.
He would have not made the playoffs since he won a championship. Like, this is crazy on his resume. But I mean, the playing has gave out like great ass hoops. I hope my team ain't in it again.
The playing is just fun to
You know what I'm
watch. That's
saying?
really
You know
the
what I'm saying.
thing.
I hope my team ain't in it again. But seeing LeBron and Curry get another chance to make the playoffs is. Gilbert Arenas did say some dumbass shit though. He said the Kings and Pelicans don't have no fans. Like, clearly did not watch one playoff game of the Kings.
Yeah, but my thing is, Damon, has Gilbert Arenas ever said anything good?
Yeah, he really don't.
Yo,
That's why I
like,
don't put no merit into
You know
it.
what I mean?
He nothing. He says nothing good.
He did say one good ass clip though. He said if you got waves, you're not a hooper. So you know what I mean.
Okay,
I
I
guess
guess
if you
I
take
guess.
care of your hair, you don't hoop.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong though. You gotta think some of the best players in the league.
Like
No haircut, no
Brian
lineup.
Ball and KD, you know what I mean? Don't take
Brian
care
Ball
of
and
your hair.
KD's had the same haircut since he got in the league.
You know what I mean?
Damn,
So
that is kind of
disrespectful.
kind of nutty. I was trying to look at playing stats. I'm
Derek
pretty sure
Derek White is bald.
LeBron has 5 playing
LeBron
games.
played. I could like vividly damn near tell you all. I know LeBron played the Warriors before.
Played the
He
Grizzlies, I
played-
think.
The Grizzlies were in the first.
Was that or that the team they played after
they
they
played-
made?
yeah,
it?
I think that was
played after
because
playing.
that was when he was talking
They
all that shit
played-
to
who they-
what's his name?
Oh, yeah, the-
Dylan
Who
Brooks.
Who did they play last year? They played the Thunder. No,
No,
Thunder
they didn't play
was-
the Thunder. The Thunder missed the play
They
last
played
year.
when Dennis Schroeder was doing the pointing and shit like that.
I'm trying to think. I can't even fucking remember. 2023 playing.
They was the Timberwolves. They played the Timberwolves
Timberwolves?
because the Timberwolves beat the Thunder to get in the 8th seed.
Yeah, that's it.
So
'cause
they beat the Timberwolves.
That was when Patrick Beverly took his damn shirt off.
Yeah, they beat the
No, that was the year before.
not the
that.
Thunder.
that was the
They
year
beat
before.
they beat
Yeah.
the Timberwolves and the Timberwolves beat the Thunder. So that's what it was. I do remember.
And then the year before that, I'm trying to think of the year.
2022. I feel like 2022 was the year that they didn't have to play in the play-in. I think because that was Pelicans, Clippers, and then Clippers, Timberwolves. Because the
Oh, so they
Clippers just
made
didn't
it.
get in. I think they made it. I think they were like a top 3 seed even maybe. But he has
Wait, did the Lakers make the playoffs that year? Or am I too young?
2022. I'm pretty sure they made the playoffs.
I feel like didn't AD get hurt that year?
I thought they made it. If they didn't, then they didn't. But I could swear
'Cause
they.
I don't
I thought it was
remember-
2021 they did.
I don't remember in 2022 them losing in the playoffs.
2022.
Yeah,
Let's
that
see.
year the Pelicans made the 8th seed. Who did the Lakers? I don't think the Lakers made the playoffs.
Maybe the
that year.
Lakers didn't make it because
I'm
the
trying-
Suns were 1. Who was 2?
I could remember. Maybe that makes sense because I could have swore they were talking all that shit about how LeBron missed the playoffs.
That was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
year
yeah. Because that was the year the
Grizzlies-
Warriors won.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
I
Warriors
was
were
about
a
to
2
say-
seed, I think.
I was gonna say because I think the Grizzlies was 2. I think the Warriors was 3 because they went to the finals from the 3rd seed.
Yeah, I don't think that the Lakers didn't make it.
Yeah. All right.
That's pretty nuts. Think about.
Yeah, LeBron's resume
Yep,
got
the
crazy.
Lakers missed the playoffs the first time in 3
I'm about to
years.
say,
at
I do
that
not
point.
remember them losing that year.
And in 2021, I think was the year that was the first year to play it. I think, and that was
I think that's the year they played the Suns. If I'm not mistaken.
But biggest X factor for Lakers Warriors. Who we thinking?
I want to give somebody crazy that nobody's gonna think about. Jackson Hayes.
My boy,
Nah,
man.
he might do a crazy dunk once in the whole series.
He might do a crazy hype up, like he might get a text for
no.
how crazy he tee up off that celebration. I don't.
Honestly, D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because obviously you know LeBron and AD are gonna do whatever they gotta do.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting no faith in Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura or Cam Reddish
Yeah.
or anybody else. Like D'Angelo Russell, I mean, like the Lakers went on a little heater when like D'Angelo Russell was like their best player for like a good like 10 games. So if he could like
Yeah,
do
if he
something
could play
like that.
even half of that, like it's.
They say like I'm not nobody's asked you to drop 36, but
It's a fact this year. This is the first time I think they have to win 2. I think they have to win 2 games.
Yeah. Well, no, their spot in the plane isn't locked in.
Oh, they
'Cause
could.
I still
Yeah.
think- I still
Because
think
they
they
could.
could
They
go
could
to
take.
7th.
They could take the. They could take the King spot. I think.
Yeah, I just think they're locked in the plane. They can't get to the 6th
Yeah.
seed. But
Which is, I mean, that'll be. I'm cool with Lakers and Suns too. Those implications. It's crazy that one of these teams, Suns, Lakers, Warriors, have to miss the playoffs. And they were probably pissed that the fucking Timberwolves are good, dude.
They probably were not expecting that.
They're probably fucking pissed.
Is Cat still out?
Cat is supposed to be coming back soon.
Was
They were
it-
talking about he could have played against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
You probably don't want to
game.
rush him back at this point.
Yeah, that's a
Take
crazy
what you
game.
get. Yeah.
Come back.
For me, I think it's Draymond Green. It's like, and something's telling me that man's retiring soon.
He should have been retired.
Starting it off like that is crazy.
But
Like,
think
the
about
Warriors
it.
need you, but I know you're retiring soon.
But don't it feel like that? It's like, all right, you went through all this shit this year. It's like you can't contain your emotions. It's like you clearly hurting this team. This team might be broken up. Clay might be gone. Like Curry's fed up. It's like,
And it's really with you at the center of it. And you've been an issue since
you know what
2016.
I'm saying? Like you might just be better off just retiring and riding into the
Like,
sunset.
isn't that crazy
I
to think
guess.
about? Like, for as important as he is to that like dynasty, like he's genuinely been an issue for the Warriors since 2016.
Like if he just was level headed for at least like 2-3 different situations, like that team is so different. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just so different. But him just being a hothead, not realizing how much gravity he has and how much the team benefits from him being out there. Like I don't see a way or any way that the Warriors make it into the playoffs. I just don't see it. I just do not see a way that they make it into the playoffs.
They can, they can get hot. It's tough. Like you're relying on Draymond Green. I mean, he brings a lot of defense, pass, and shit like that. But it's like, bro, the motherfucker is like heated. I don't get why more players don't trash talk Draymond. Like,
try to get at him.
Is eating.
Please kick me.
I can guarantee somebody's role in that Lakers team is going to get Draymond out the game.
I promise you.
On the road,
That's the
there's
smart thing
gonna-
to do.
It's going to be to get
It's gonna
Draymond
be
out that
goddamn. It's
game.
gonna be probably fucking Jackson Hayes or some shit.
Huh?
Just a crash out.
like why the fuck is Jackson Hayes in the game? He just swung on Draymond. Like, get the fuck
like,
out.
Jackson
What the fuck
Hayes
gonna
just
do? Like,
did
yeah,
six-
you're suspended 60 games.
6
I don't
jab
care,
steps
man.
in a shoulder at
Imagine-
Draymond's face. Like,
Imagine getting permabanned from the NBA.
Permanent
Fucking
shit. Fucking
Jonte Porter.
Jonte Porter. Yeah. Permanent
Betting your
ban.
under and then playing ass is crazy.
Oh, he actually got banned for that?
He
Yeah,
may, they
Adam
called it a
Silver.
cardinal sin. And he might be done.
Yeah, because
Which
I
I get.
I knew he was doing it, but I didn't know if they actually put the ban out yet.
Yeah, that's that.
Is
clip.
that Michael Porter's brother?
Yeah, him banking in that 3. He was like, yo, why are you mad, bro? That's your first career 3 and you're pissed. I can see it. I can see it. But for the people who support us, I hate to call people fans. I'll say our
fellow
universe,
virtuosos.
our WWE universe. So I just started this ESPN NBA playoff challenge. I'll enter a bracket. Damian, Demond will all enter a bracket. If we win, we'll donate to Jules Pockets. If y'all win, we'll do a Visa gift card, Amazon gift card, something of that nature. Because the merch took so long last time, we want y'all to decide. All right, we'll just give y'all the chance to decide what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to handicap y'all, but it'll be on ESPN. We'll
They
put
may
it
do
in our
something
link
with that
tree.
merch
The brackets are available when the playoff spots lock, which will be on April 14th, which is only 3 days from now. So you got a little bit of time to start thinking. Like I said, this is a giveaway. Unfortunately, it will last about 2 months because the playoffs just don't end for another 2 months. Should be a lot of fun. This is very, very similar to March Madness. It's like you get points for like the first round is like 10 points, and then you get like, or 100 points is like 200 points for every second round win, like 300 and like 500 for like the finals win.
Yeah, so when I win, don't get mad.
Yeah, so like it's like if we win, we'll just do like a randomizer. We'll still give it away, obviously, for all the support that we've got. And so like the last week and a half, you guys been killing it with the Invincible videos and whatnot. Demond did great with those, so the love should be given back to you guys. And just has been a while since we've done anything for you guys, so we really want to make sure that keep you guys engaged, keep you guys something to look after. I mean, NBA playoffs can be boring at times, but you know, if you pick the right teams, you know, I've never done this in a large group of people or nothing. You know, so I made my own, obviously, but not at a large scale. Hopefully, we get a lot of good people in this, and a lot of people that, you know, are very passionate in basketball. We want a lot of people in it just for the sake of that. It's just gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Seeing the standings change, obviously, from game to game. Like I said, it'll be in our link tree. Our merch is still on our link tree. Our YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that's on our link tree. So
TikTok's not going anywhere.
as far as I'm concerned,
mean,
TikTok ain't going.
I'm gonna
nowhere.
stop it from it going anywhere.
I'm just gonna buy it at this point. I'm gonna buy it, make sure
I
everything's
don't got
all
pockets
good.
like that, but
I'm gonna make sure shit good, bro. I'm gonna keep the Mind platform alive, bro. That's all I'm
appreciate
gonna
it,
do.
bro.
Like I said, that's gonna be in the link tree for everybody that wants to get involved. Even if you're not a huge basketball fan, it's free to join. You know what I'm saying?
might as
You don't
well
have to
still
pay
send out
to
there.
join in. We'll put the money in for it. It's a $10 Visa. Y'all not getting crazy money. And ask for money. Is crazy.
You getting a $10 Visa gift card and a Joni Brony t-shirt.
You getting the Joni Brony
A
t-shirt.
pat on the back.
But I do not think that it's any harm to join. But if you do know anybody that do want to join, I'm saying the link. I said the link will be in the link tree. Before we go, I did want to touch on WrestleMania. Now we talked about it, Demond, last week. A good amount, crazy 2 nights. But we all like everything. Obviously, the end goal is always fun. The WrestleMania season's wrapped up. It almost starts like a whole new, fresh year for.
It's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's like their Super Bowl. It's like their finals. It's like their moment. It's like their time. It's like whatever. It's their big extravaganza. But what's next? Now we got we got Backlash in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I want to say it's in France.
That's
We
actually
got Cody Rhodes is champion. His whole story was Roman Reigns. Now Roman Reigns might be stepping away. There's rumors that he might be there on Friday. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think he's coming back on Friday. I don't think there's a reason for him to come back on Friday.
He's not coming back till SummerSlam.
He shouldn't come back until SummerSlam. And then you got Damian Priest on the other hand, who will be fighting
Bisexual
Jey
Undertaker?
Uso. Bisexual Undertaker is the most insane insult you can ever call
Yo,
somebody.
that's what I'm saying.
And
I
it's-
just be cool with it. Like,
'Cause
Like
he-
why?
he
But
is
why?
bi- I'm
Why would?
pretty sure
why
he
would
is
Rhea Ripley
bisexual.
say that to him?
I'm pretty sure he is bisexual. It was rumors that he was doing a
If
lot of stuff. But to get into the more important thing, Demond, I mean, we're not hyped for Jey Uso versus Damian Priest, but like, what do we generally think is next for Cody Rhodes? Like, realistically, like, I
have
just
no
like,
idea,
there, like, this is where I like try to tell people, like, I think Roman's the greatest because, like, if you have like to have a great hero, you need a great villain.
Mm-hmm.
So if Cody don't got no fun, they talk about Kevin Owens, they talk about
Like,
Cena,
fucking-
or I'm like, y'all want some respectable ass, honorable ass,
honorable ass,
like
dap
good
up
fight,
at the
buddy.
end,
No,
good fight.
like you gotta have somebody be a minute, like a menace
Genuinely
to you.
disliked.
Yeah, like, you can't have. That's in anything. That's in TV shows. That's in movies. That's in literally
The
anything.
John Cena heel turn at this point is
Like
It's not
I'm cool with it,
believable.
but it's not believable. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
was gonna
saying.
say, it's not
He's
at this
too
point.
loved.
Yeah.
You can't do it now. You could have did it 10 years ago, but like now you can't do it. I'm a fan of Cody Rhodes. I think he did something. He pulled off something that was so great, and like he has that emotional pull. But it's like if you don't if you don't have that Roman Reigns kind of figure, it's like what story are you gonna be finishing? You can't. The story is so if the story's finished, there's nothing you could
Like, just
possibly
a
do.
normal ass motherfucker. No, I guess. But I think Gunther and him should feud. To be honest, I think they ain't got no choice. Damn near on Raw. I don't
They
think
have
Gunther
no
was.
choice to do
I don't think
anything.
Gunther was on Raw. The Raw after
He was not.
Mania. So I mean,
That's why I don't think he will be feudal with him. I don't think.
I really don't know who. I don't know. Like with the draft coming up, I don't know if Damian Priest is gonna move. I'm assuming Cody Rhodes is staying on Raw, but if Damian Priest moves, or I mean, I guess he's fighting Jey Uso. So I don't
it
know.
don't seem like he's moving.
I don't know if he's moving or not. But that's really my only concern with WWE is how SmackDown's gonna be because Roman Reigns. It's a 2-hour show. Roman Reigns took like 45 minutes of it. And it was great.
And when he
So,
wasn't on there, it was like
it
a
was
very,
crazy.
very ass
Like,
show. It was a
fucking
very
LA
bad
Knight
show.
had to carry. You know what I'm saying? So it was like
that lame ass finisher.
like, come on, you know what I mean? Like LA Knight was looking crazy when The Rock was there. It's like, bro, you copying this nigga cadences.
Yo,
Now
they
we
had
had
him.
The Rock.
They didn't have him cut no promo.
Like, bro, we had a Rock right here, bro. We don't need you no more. You know
We
what
got The
I'm
Rock at
saying?
home.
That's the Rock and the Pebble, bro.
I'm trying to think who Cody. I mean, if it ain't Gunther, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who. Seth Rollins taking time off.
There's almost
Drew
nobody
McIntyre and
for him.
CM Punk is feuding. I don't know who Cody Rhodes is gonna fight. To be honest, man.
I mean, somebody said him versus Solo. Now, I'm cool with it. I get it. But eventually, you got to go away from this fucking bloodline shit. You got to go away from
I
it. And it's
mean-
like Solo is not. He's lost
All his hype.
all his hype.
They're bringing in a new bloodline member. Bro.
They are supposedly.
Yeah,
they
I'm
said they
saying.
are, but it's like you want a new member of the roster to go out there and fight against the biggest baby face of all time, most likely with Cody Rhodes. Is like he's huge right now. If you want to, you stall their momentum by putting them against bad opponents. Like I recall, 5-6 years ago when Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship. And I was like, all right, well, who is gonna fight? Dan Bryan was his big bad. Like who's next? And I think it was fucking Dolph Ziggler. And it's like you can stall somebody so crazy by just having them fight somebody so uninspiring and somebody that's so not believable. Like we know Solo is not beating Cody Rhodes, so it's almost like don't even defend the belt against.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even defend the belt at Backlash. Don't even do it. Let's just.
They was throwing Kofi
Call it,
crazy, man. Like, yo, when you come back, Brock, all right, here, go ahead, take Dolph. Fucking, let's bring Evan Bourne back.
No,
Zack
like
Ryder.
it was like Dolph Ziggler for like 4 pay-per-views. It was like Samoa Joe for like 2. Then he fought like Randy Orton at 1. I was like, he had 3 feuds and a 7th. I think it was a 7-month reign.
7 months.
That's
crazy,
insane.
man. I'm trying to think of some other people. I don't know how many times Cody Rhodes is gonna be fighting on Raw. I'm assuming the next like week or 2 he'll probably have a title defense just against some random guy. Drew McIntyre would have been good, but he has a CM Punk feud. It's really I really don't know who he can feud with, man. Besides, I want it to be Gunther, to be honest.
I'm a Gunther guy.
I mean, they could throw anybody out there just for the hell of it. I mean, they've been throwing Dominic Mysterio out there against motherfuckers. Money in the Bank is like in 2 months. I mean, Orton. People said Randy Orton. I mean,
That's the only issue with that is like, I feel like you say that for SummerSlam, or at least when the summer starts getting rolling, at least when the rosters are set. You know what I'm saying? Backlash is like, it's a nothing pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate when they do the draft right before Backlash, a week before Backlash. Like, let's say Jimmy Uso gets drafted to SmackDown and Damian Priest staying on Raw. There's no way in hell you're gonna convince me that Jey Uso's gonna win that fucking title, because Damian Priest is gonna have to stay on Raw with that title. It's like, okay, we know for sure that he's not winning that fucking title.
It's kind of like tipping your hand almost.
Yeah, it's like you are tipping your hand. It's like maybe when, like I said, like I would do it after Money in the Bank, because then you shuffle the Money in the Bank winner, you shuffle the champions, you kind of get that common ground. It's like I want to like look at the pay-per-view schedule, because it could get very, very crazy. Because like a lot of them are so oriented around certain stars. Like we got, I think Clash of the Castles after Backlash. Not even. So they got Backlash May 4th, which is in France. They got a King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. They got Clash of the Castle in Scotland, which is loosely based for Drew McIntyre. They got Money in the Bank in Toronto. First of all, these motherfuckers don't like United States anymore. I didn't name out one pay-per-view in the United States.
I think it's one in the next 5. I think
It's only SummerSlam.
One
That's
in the
literally
next
it.
5.
And they got, like I said, SummerSlam August 3rd, and then Bash in Berlin, which is Berlin is in Germany, I'm pretty sure, right? Berlin.
Yeah.
Berlin's Germany.
Okay, and that's probably, I'm pretty sure that's loosely based around Gunther. So it's like, if you got a pay-per-view loosely based around Drew McIntyre, a pay-per-view loosely based around Gunther, it's like you're basically tipping your hand that like they're gonna be stars of those shows. We can't have them in any feud that they're gonna lose up until that point. It's like, now you just fucking yourself over.
That's so crazy to think about that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. They're like, I said, like, if you have Cody win, you better have a fucking plan. I'm pretty sure they have a plan, and they teased him in The Rock, but I don't see him in The Rock fighting for another year.
Yeah, you can't just do it right away.
You say you can't do it right away. The Rock is way bigger than, and Rock even said I got to go away for a while. That don't sound like he come back at Backlash, Saudi Arabia. You don't even sound like he come back at SummerSlam. So that man coming back at like WrestleMania next year. I don't see him coming back unless it's like you really want The Rock to be the headline for Cleveland. Motherfucker, if you don't put Logan Paul in that fucking shit, call it a day. He from Cleveland, you might as well put him in the Miz at the main event. Battle for Cleveland type
Who won
shit.
Who won that triple threat?
Logan Paul won.
Okay,
that.
so
I knew he would win because like
That makes sense.
there's a big match that he's gonna have planned for SummerSlam.
Right.
It's either Cody or he's gonna be defending his belt, whatever the case may be. But it's like there's a lot of stuff in between here, and it's like these are all international markets. You gotta have your biggest star at least 2 of them, which most likely gonna be at Saudi Arabia. I'm sure he'll be at Saudi Arabia. Pretty sure he
They
gonna be in
need
Toronto.
Islam. They need Islam for that.
You better start calling everybody in it. They better call Wemby for they better call Wemby and Gobert to have a match at Backlash, because shit, they like, what the fuck y'all gonna do on May 4th?
The poster dropped for Backlash. I guess Cody Rhodes is fighting. I don't know who he fighting though.
That's a fire.
It's a fire poster.
That's a fire poster, but I don't know what they do for him. I don't know. I'm like, if it's solo, it's solo. You know, get out the fucking way. That's the case. If that's the case too, fucking put Jimmy and him versus at Saudi Arabia too. Fucking
Triple threat at this rate. Yeah. Paul Heyman special guest.
Who gives a fuck at this point?
This motherfucker solo ain't won a match in like
since he beat John Cena, and that match was uninspiring as fuck. But that'll do it for, I guess, like what happens after Mania. I mean, we don't know too much. Obviously, they've been keeping a lot of stuff close to wraps. Did you see the stuff with CM Punk?
Oh yeah, with the Jack Perry video.
That's a stupid ass business
I
decision.
mean,
I can't believe they released that.
Yeah, AEW is kind of
made-
wild for
made CM
releasing
Punk
it.
like look better than he fucking said. Like,
like, all right, let's make CM Punk the biggest star of our show. He don't work here. Like, all right, that was a decision.
awful, man. Fiending for views.
I would not be surprised if AEW went out of business in the next year or so because of that shit. They're gonna lose so much steam for that shit. They got, I think, like 19K dislikes on their YouTube from that shit, and they probably went up because it's just a stupid decision to even post that. It's just not professional, I should say.
Yeah, it's funny to keep it. That's
But it's like if he punched him and then choked him, he laid him out like, and then later like talking over like, bro, he pushed him, and then he went to go, I guess, choke him, or Jack Perry went to go like grab him, and he got under him. It's like it looked like a good guillotine. The motherfucker Punk legs is like this, and he got a guillotine like that didn't look clean at all. And that's why you have 0 wins in UFC, bro. We seen why you were not successful in UFC. Like he and like his interview with Ariel Helwani. I mean, a lot of people didn't like because he was like blowing smoke. It was like, all right, well maybe he make himself look better than he did. And those AEW fans like he looks like a psychopath. If that's what a psychopath look like, I don't know what y'all call me. Like I've pushed plenty of people in my life. Like I'm saying, like he pushed him and he yelling and screaming. It's like, bro, he frustrated, he pissed off. It's like, the fuck, look what he's working with. Like literally look what he's working with. Like I would be pissed too. Like if I'm crashing every day. And it's like that's how unprofessional they are in that situation. Imagine how they were when that situation was leading up to that. So seeing shit like that is like, damn, bro. Like if we're gonna try to make CM Punk look bad, I don't think that was the way to do it. Y'all better putting up texts, phone calls. You know what I'm saying?
That's his heel turn, bro.
Fuck it. He yells niggas at gunpoint back there. I can't tell y'all wrong. Y'all don't want to got a clip. Y'all don't want to have like, or even get at somebody else. Like send that shit to somebody else to link it. Why are y'all putting that shit? Why y'all putting that shit on the fucking TV? I'm like live
that
TV.
Shit on TMZ. Yeah, send that shit to TMZ, man.
Stupid shit, man. And you gonna do that after WWE made what? I think they doubled their earnings from WrestleMania 39 to WrestleMania 40, making like 40 the biggest WrestleMania ever. Like that's crazy. That's stupid.
Really don't care. Like we waited like a month or so to do that. Like I remember that CM Punk interview like a month or two ago, man. Here's the footage.
I don't get it. But that'll do it for our main segment. You guys, anything else to close out this show?
Nah, not really, man. Welcome back in the falls.
Oh yeah. So where was you? Like
I was living a dream. You know what I mean? I was in Vegas. You know what I mean?
How much money you win? Because that's not the first time you got that question in the last 24 hours.
That motherfucker Latif fake checked in on me, man. He's like, man, how was your vacation, cousin? I'm like, good. You know, I'm gonna got finished the sentence. How much money you make? I'm like, all right, man.
That's actually insane.
You know what I mean? I did win day one, gambling, and then I can't say I had that money right now. I tried to spend a block.
He was like, "Oh, I know how to do it now. So if I just hit it at this point,
yeah, you gotta take your wins and leave,
if
bro.
y'all said the casino be bleeding, I don't know what y'all be doing.
I took my win and left that day, and then I'm like, next day I'm like, fuck it, I might as well spin back.
Lost all that shit.
It happened. You know what I mean? It happened. But yeah, man, had a good experience out there. You know,
you saw the A Stadium.
Yeah, shit. You might have seen the fucking black hole. Did you see the black hole driving?
I did.
That shit looks crazy.
I did. I seen the Raiders stadium.
That's the black hole.
Oh, that's talking about my fault.
Talking about the fucking eclipse.
I thought you were talking about the Nah, you talking about the damn. It's like a spear. That,
You
like,
talking about
Yeah.
that's called the spear.
Yeah, the spear.
Yeah.
On the Raiders Stadium.
Nah, because I was gonna speak on the Raiders Stadium. I forgot what else I seen. It was like,
Probably the spear. I'm pretty sure it's what you're talking.
nah, bro.
That shit fire though. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
It was
that
at
shit-
nighttime, like when we first was getting there, and I seen the Raiders Stadium. It was like something. It was like a video on the Titans.
Yeah, I think they play like
Yeah, I mean, they're-
random like
I would-
Raiders stuff. I
like
think
some, I
on it.
forgot.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're like the most advanced stadium. in
Yeah, I
the
think they
NFL.
play
That shit was
Raiders
fire, though, man. I ain't gonna-
highlights and random shit like that.
Yeah, bro. I'm
I
not
seen
even
the Black
home.
Hole, but I also seen the Raiders. That's still funny as hell, just because I was like, damn, like what could he be talking about? But you did see you seen the clips out there, right? Though you said
Yeah,
you did see that.
I did.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't
It was
really get
cloudy.
to see it.
It was
Yeah,
cloudy.
we couldn't see shit.
Motherfuckers talking about it was dark at 3:00. I seen that. I'm like, shit, I'm outside. Broad daylight.
Yeah,
Nah,
y'all
that
got
was
it. Y'all got it at
crazy.
different times and shit.
I'm
So
like,
like,
damn,
it's
that's
pretty crazy
crazy.
that we get
That
it
was
the
dope
way
though.
we
I'm not
do.
gonna lie. The
Yeah, the
whole
eclipse
light
was
to
crazy.
darkness was crazy. I didn't see anything, but
Yeah, the eclipse was crazy, and I'm on the boulevard, so like they got the street lights hit on and shit. I'm like, damn, they made that shit lame, low key. I should have drove off and like went to somewhere else to like
Bro, look at
get a
this,
full feeling of it.
Look at the reply to that, man.
yeah.
Niggas is wildin', man. Come on, man. Like, what is going on, bro?
OJ did die for that, I guess, but
Yeah, man. Had a good ass time. Glad to be back. You know what I mean? I didn't even tell everybody that I'm back. So I guess this is my return.
Just move in
episode.
silence.
I mean,
You see me when you see me?
Sounds like lasagna. You know what I'm saying? Or what,
You
what
moving like
Jules
Jack.
said?
you moving like Jagger.
Yo, bro.
son,
I
that's
can't believe
still-
Jules said that. I mean,
Yo, we on the 2K last night. Dude said, he said, yo, you moving like Jagger right now. I'm over here like, yo.
It was like Jagger.
Yeah,
cut the
I
tape.
started crying, bro. I'm like, nah, this dude
Yo.
really actually wilding.
Nah, that's just funny, man. But glad to be back. You know what I mean? Excited for what's to come. I know we got Fallout coming.
That came
I think
out
today.
last night.
Came out last. Yeah, I think Damien said it came.
I'm gonna
out
start
on
doing
Tuesday.
X-Men videos on TikTok because I heard it's going crazy.
Yeah,
I need
I
something
heard-
to
yeah,
watch.
you have,
Invincible.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was.
That was good.
Duh, bro, that last episode was nuts, man.
I gotta tap in.
Yeah, I gotta catch up.
Joker trailer dropped.
Jules told me to do all American episodes too.
Rewatch All American. Dive deep into Easter
it's
eggs.
Sad. It's sad.
Yo,
The motherfucker could declare for the NFL draft. It's like if it's based off of real shit, that nigga's not getting drafted. So I don't know what I'm hype about.
you don't like his routes?
That nigga sucks. That's awful. That's
I
why
get
he
it. I get
could've-
it's a drama though, so it's like, all right, we can't be perfect, but I'd rather y'all just not show nothing and just show
Yeah,
random people in
just
pads running. Like,
show fades and go routes the whole time. Man. Stop making him do ends and go around shit like that. Like, yeah, man. But I guess Jules said do all American episodes. I don't know. I mean,
we gotta hit a
It's
different
uninspiring.
demographic. That's all that is.
shit's very uninspiring. But yeah, man. Glad to be back.
Before we close it, I got a story time for people.
Oh,
Now, only reason I'm telling this story because I told the story to somebody else, and they were like, "Damn, you're making a really good point right now." And it was like, that's actually a good way to look at it. So, I remember a couple months ago we were talking about like reading and stuff, and we were like reading books and whatnot. So, I read something about like basically like letting go of fear is like a good thing and whatnot. So, I was like, "Fuck it, let me ask this girl that I used to like a while ago." And then like I talked to her for a little bit, and I was like, let me ask her on a date, see how it goes. So at first she was supposed to come to my place. My place was not set up for no company. So I'm like, I had to clean all this shit, do all this, whatever. Thank God she fronted because I was like not trying to clean. I was like lost all the time. So I was like, all right, I'm not even gonna call it a date, but I'm still gonna call it a date because I did mention a date to her, so I should treat it like a date. So then we rescheduled. This was like at the end of February, so I'm like, all right, let's do bowling so we could talk, whatever. So leading up to, it was like 2 weeks before I asked her because I don't have a lot of free time. Like as you know, I told you I'm only free like maybe 1 or 2 nights out of the week. So I told her like, all right, I think it was like the day after we went bowling.
okay.
So we barely talked for those 2 weeks leading up to that time. Besides the day before, and I was like, I'm definitely not practicing for tomorrow. And I took a picture, and she was like, "Oh, that's funny, but Did you possibly want to do something else? And I was like, nah, like it's good, whatever. Like we can still go. I was like, just me, you, Skylar, Mike, Reno. We never do anything. All 5 of us ever. Like it's just never the case. So I'm like, cool, whatever. So we still gonna go. So I was leaving work early, and I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, all right, like damn, today the day. Like I'm gonna get a haircut. Mind you, I can get a haircut since this day. I'm like, yeah. I was excited. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna clean my place up just in case. Like after bowling, we come here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. Got my hair cut, and I was talking to my boy Tajlik about some old stuff, and I was like just thinking, I'm like, well, today should be a better day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about no old shit, really. I'm just focused on like what I got going on. So I remember I'm driving home. I took the long way. Like I got off at Military, like over here. Mm-hmm. I'm coming down, and I'm like, damn, should I get flowers? And I'm thinking, I'm like, and I just thought about, I was like, how much did I talk to this woman since I asked her on this date? And like no malicious intent, no like anger, no like I'm not mad about it, I'm not sad about it, nothing. Like it is what it is. But I was like, nah, I'll wait, cause it was supposed to be at 5, so I was like, nah, I'll wait. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna take a nap. So I got home, ate a little something, and I took a nap. And I remember I was telling like sellers to hear about it. I'm like, yo, cause we always say like we cooked, like we ain't got no chance to like we don't want to talk to any woman right now because like it just seems like it's a waste of time.
Right.
So like I wake up from my nap and I slept like shit. I remember I'm like, damn, I'm like way more tired now. I'm like annoyed. I get up, I check my phone. I was like, I got a bad news text. And I'm just like, I was like, while I'm asleep is crazy. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, so what, like, what's up? She was like, I got called into work. Like I said, again, no malicious intent. I'm not mad, nothing. She was like, I got called into work. And I was like, all right. The last place I want to be ever, if I got plans, is work.
Right.
For anything. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how long it takes. If I was like, this date was at 5. I left work at 12. I usually work till 6:30. So I'm like, I give myself plenty of time to like prepare to this and like, you know what I'm saying, get ready.
Make sure things are ready.
So I'm like, I'm thinking, I was like, at first I got mad. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just like cook something for myself, watch TV, and I remember I was texting like to her and Sellers. They were like, "What are you like? Why are you still talking to us? Ain't you supposed to be like a date or something?" I'm like, nah, she fronted. It was like, oh shit, like what happened? Like she said she got called into work, and then I was like thinking about like no malicious intent, but I do not think she got called into work. So like,
it was an excuse.
So I'm like now like so I haven't talked to this woman since then. Yeah, I was like, whenever you want to do that, you tell me. Right. So I was like, I could try to tell people like, we at a day and age where they be like, if he wanted to, he would. But it's like, if she wanted to, she also would as well. Because there's no way we should live in a black and white world where it's like the man has to make every progressive action. Everything has to be towards us. And it's like, people are going to do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. It's not, well, if I just apply pressure, eventually they'll cave in, or eventually they'll give me the time of day. No. People are gonna do what the fuck they want to do. And like, no malicious intent to her, nothing of that. I will never ask that woman on a date ever again. Why? Am I mad? No, because it's a waste of time. And she clear, like I said, like if work, I was like, and she serves whatever the case would be. If 80,
called in though, you could just say you don't want to work.
80, 90, 100, $110. If that's how much my time was worth, then we are never gonna work. We are never. I said, like, I don't want you to feel like I'm force you to go, like, not to go into work. If you felt like you had to go to work, and mind you, I talked to this woman, and she said that she was planning to get a job somewhere else. So it's like, it's not like she had like, this is not a job that she needs to be at. She's trying to progress. She's leaving this job. Yeah. So it's like all the signs are pointing to like, you don't want to do this. Yeah. It's like, it's okay. Like I was, and
that was the first thing that you could think of.
Yeah, it's like I was like, all right. It is what it is. And she was like, and like the one girl was like, why don't you ask her again? It's like, so I asked her again. I already don't got time for myself. I only got time for my daughter.
And then I was like, make a day for her. And
I was like, I barely got time to edit the podcast. I barely got time to even like clean like my entire house. I got to do one room while my daughter's sleeping, while she's sleeping, while her going to the living room, clean her room. Then while she's sleeping, clean my room while she's sleeping, hoping I wake her up. I was like, I have very little time, and it's like, I gave you time. Mm-hmm. You didn't take it. So at the end of the day, If you're looking to go on a date, you're looking to talk to somebody, listen to do something. If it requires another person, if they want to do something, anything in life, it could be small, it could be big, it could be medium, whatever. They are going to do what they want to do. It's not me being angry. It's not me feeling some type of way. Nothing. I'm sure she's doing fine. I'm sure she don't give a fuck. Right. I'm sure she's never gonna see this clip. I'm not gonna make it a clip either because I don't want her.
I will.
But like it really don't.
And I'll put my face over it.
It really does not mean anything. And it's like everybody wants to be in this world where like, all right, you just got to keep asking, and like if you keep going, like no, like it just don't work. And it's like and this person also swears that she wanted to be with me back in like 2018 or 2019. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've never liked the person for 6 years and never seen him or never been around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, crazy.
I'm gonna say like you're not being truthful. I was like, that's also manipulation tactic.
I'm not gonna lie though, it's also humbling as fuck, man. You get that when you clean up and you do all that stuff.
Yeah, it's very humbling. Like, I was like, damn.
And they
I was
cancel
like,
your plans like right beforehand. Like, yo, you cleaned your room. I was
like, thankfully I didn't get dressed. I was just about to get in the. I just woke up. That's why I'm glad I took a nap and everything. I'd have been cleaning.
I ain't gonna lie, I got so many stories like that, man.
Bro, I'm telling you that.
I literally like we were supposed to meet at a park one day. I'm not gonna get all too crazy too. We were supposed to meet at a park one day. I literally walked to the park dress. She fronted on me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you
worst, bro.
You went out your way to not. I'm saying like I said, like again, this girl could have been forced to go into work. Like, we need you to come here. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You cannot. I said they can't force you to go in. So I'm already like I said, like I hope you made as much money as you possibly could have made that night, because I'm never going to ask you to do anything ever again. Like, we bonded over. We talked about Hamilton. Ironically, we talked about all type of stuff. We talked about all type of stuff, and it's like I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she is at peace with it. Like, she don't give a fuck. And it's like, only reason I'm saying that is because like people, they try to say that like you can have anything that you just put your mind to and want. And it's like everything in life is a two-way street. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna especially involve another person, like you said, it's very humbling, because like I wasn't like embarrassed, I wasn't like mad or nothing. Like I could see her in person and be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, like it's not even like an embarrassing thing. It's just kind of like, damn, like when you put all that effort in and all that time to clean up and get a haircut and to make sure you look good and that you got everything set up so that way if something does happen and then it doesn't, it's like, damn, would I have even done all this had I not had these plans?
No, it's
would I really clean my room?
That's how I wouldn't. I saw. Like, that's the first thing I asked. I was literally at the like I wasn't gonna get no crazy flowers. I was just gonna go to Wegmans. I'm saying some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the first day we going bowling. We not going nowhere crazy. So I'm like, no, we've barely talked since then.
That's also like a sign right there too.
I said I feel like I'm like I someone feel like I'm forcing it, so I'm like, let me just go home. Instead of turning left and like getting the flowers, I eventually would have had to like make sure the flowers are like cold in my fridge, start cleaning, take a little bit of time away from me. It's like I wanted to do it. I was ready to go. I was ready to get there. I was ready to, you know what I'm saying, have any conversation, talk about uncomfortable, comfortable, whatever the case may be. I was like, you have to, like, it has to be a two-way street in general for anything in life. If you want it to happen, then it will happen. But it is humbling though. It is humbling. It's not anger, whatever the case may be, bitter, sour, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. It's literally just don't hinge your plans on anybody.
No, yeah.
Don't be like, all right, well, damn, like this didn't work. Like, I'm not going. Like,
I just don't let it rain on your parade either.
Yeah, I'm saying like I got mad for a minute. Cause I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but that's like you have to be. Like, I mean, like realistically.
Now you talking about like since 2018, 2019. And it's like we got the chance. Like, the time is right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hoping to find a relationship, because like I still got things I want to do and things I need to do.
Yeah, you just wanted to hang out.
I was like, it's like just to bridge the gap. It wasn't to like I want to be like, oh, well, I'm here, you're there. We can never. You know what I'm saying, like, let's just make it so like, all right, so now that you've been over here, we did this. Like, we could, you know what I'm saying, we can do more. Right. If not.
I was gonna say though, like she said something about 2018 or whatever. When people say that, is they see you doing good in life, and they want a piece of that. They really don't
That's
care
what
about
I-
you as
yo,
a
thank
like,
you.
They've
Thank
seen
you.
like they see you doing the podcast and you family man, all that shit. She want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Until I say you want it until you really have to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, all right, you have to take this drive to the bowl now. You have to sit down and make eye contact and you know what I'm saying and talk and do like I say and do certain things. It's like I said, like I'm not perfect by any means, but like I said, I take care of my daughter. I have the podcast going on. I have my own, like I have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a very busy person. I don't really have any time to myself. So if you see me and you feel like I'm doing good, or you feel like I'm giving you energy, or you know what I'm saying, a vibe or whatever the case may be, that this could work out, and that's what you do. It's like I'm gonna say no next time anyway. But it's like you have to stand for something, or you're just gonna fall for anything. Like we're like every time you come around, like, oh yeah, we could do it, and then we don't do it. It's like, what the fuck is the point?
I tell women that all the time. Like I got a lot of shit going on. Like I'm focused on what I'm doing right now. Like I don't mean to like, and I don't come like obviously tell the woman like you're second, but like I'm doing this and this and this for my life. If you want to be a part of that, cool. If not.
That's what I'm saying. Very good. Then, like I was like, just establish that off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
I'm letting you know right now. Like, hey, I got the podcast going on, work. You know what I mean, streaming, all this and that. If you are cool with me doing all that, and you want to be a part of that, cool. If not, we don't need to. You know
somebody even think they're cool with it until they actually get.
That's what I'm saying. And then they don't say they don't communicate it. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like at the very least she did communicate like something, even if it was an excuse, even if it was a lie. Like I do respect that. Like at the very least you did tell me something. But it's like I feel like as soon as that doubt creeps in, you could address that. Like, all right, maybe this ain't the right time. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like just be honest with me, because then you're already not being honest with yourself. And it's like, I'm sure she's doing great. I'm sure everything is going good for her. I'm very positive everything is going good for her. Like, I don't think it's a drastic thing. I don't think she needed to go to work to make $110. I'm like, I have friends that work in restaurants. Like, you know what I'm saying, on a Tuesday night, you weren't making no crazy money.
Right. Yeah, Tuesday night is crazy.
Like,
I don't even work Tuesdays because Tuesdays suck.
Like, come on now. So I just think about stuff like that. Like anybody, any case, any scenario. If like it's not just you that want that, you can't just be the only one that want it. Everybody in the situation needs to want it, and it has to. Like if you want to bridge the gap, or even go for something serious, whatever the case may be. It got to be a two-way street. Can't be, well, you got to meet them 75% of the way there because they just inching. Fuck it, just leave them alone.
At that rate, yeah.
Don't even bother.
That's real shit, man.
I tell everybody like, hey man, I've never had a problem relationship wise, woman wise, when I'm just doing shit for me. To be honest, like, you work on yourself, you do the things you want to do in life, and the
you just can't force that shit.
You can. I was like, you really can.
Just let it be. If it happen. No answer is an answer.
That's I say that all the time. No answer is an answer.
So, hey,
I take that very disrespectfully. If you can't give me an answer after I ask you for an answer, you can't communicate your feelings. Then, for anybody, like I always tell, like if anybody wanted me to do anything, like I'm gonna tell you like what I got going on, or if I feel like coming or whatever. I'm never gonna just be like, oh, I forgot. After 30 minutes after it was supposed to happen. That's weird. We're all grown. Insane, we're all grown. Use our words, and you're not even using words. You're probably fucking typing anyway. So it's like, come on now. Let's just be like realistic with ourselves. Like you communicate anything.
Everybody's on their phones all day.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't bullshit me. You ain't never too busy.
I just shared this Facebook post last night. It was like normalize going straight to hell instead of texting my phone with some BS.
Yeah, normalize that shit. Stop talking to me.
Please.
But that's all I got for y'all today.
That's a real story time.
Just something real. Just
that's
something
every single guy can relate to. So if you say that you can't,
anybody, I was like, do not feel
anybody
like
but Chris.
Chris and Mike Pareto.
Yeah, Mike never had to.
Mike never missed a week.
They asked him to go.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, the giveaway for the NBA playoff bracket will be in our link tree.
Yes, please join up, man. We want to do something for you guys.
Yeah,
so that'll be really fun to beat you guys.
Even as it's free to join, anybody can join. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody can join. Press random fucking teams if you got to. Just do something you can help us out. You just clicking on our link helps us out. You see other platforms that we're on. It just all helps us out. So thank you guys once again, and we'll see you guys next week. So you're not.